Well, I don't see it. I can't get it. But there seems to be it seems to be an important thing, so to say, for the so-called me time. I'm running out of it. It's important. I don't know how much time I have, and it's all just innocently this. Finding time important, or claiming it to be here or not, it's this already. Figuring out time zones. What a joy. Okay, Michael, do the kickoff. I'm
Yeah,
excited.
I'm enjoying you talking about this thing called time. Nobody's ever seen it. Nobody's ever held it. You cannot put time in your pocket. You could maybe put a watch in your pocket, but a watch is a watch. Everything is just what it is. A pain is a pain. Looking at your watch is just looking at your watch. Scratching your head is just scratching your head. It's no more or no less. It's simply and always innocently just what it is. So, nervousness, feeling anxious, depression, everything. And that's really the entire, the book would just read, all is this already, the end.
Mhm.
And not feeling like all is this already? Feeling like you had it last week. You were clearer last week. Now I'm not so clear. That's it. It's funny. At yesterday's meeting with Sander, someone innocently asked, well, how can I apply this? Right? It's a good question, right? Yeah, okay. I'm all down with nothing. How do I do it? What's the trick? Well, that's the funny thing. There's already nobody to do anything. Already. There's just this. Let Dan in. And so this is an open meeting. Everybody's invited to share and participate, get your questions answered, or just comment, whatever comes up.
So there's nothing to be applied. It's already applied.
Yeah, you could say that. And trying to apply is this already, thinking that this is lacking, that I don't feel complete, I don't feel whole. That's this already.
Yeah. As is well, this is so helpful. That's it too. This is so helpful. This so-called message that is just this is felt to be super helpful at my workplace, in my relation. It's equally just this. Finding this or feeling this to be very, very helpful is equally just this.
So help me to see something. I had a situation at work today which is leaving me bothered. That's why I would like to just bring it up here. And it was a discussion amongst four of us. And there seemed to be a misinterpretation about who called what, when, and all this and that. And at the end of this discussion, it appeared my supervisor was saying perhaps I should get a memory test, or perhaps things are happening with me that I'm not remembering. And of course, I said the same thing back at her. Maybe you should get a memory test. And you know, when I come home tonight, I was exhausted, and I was thinking, you know, maybe I need a memory test. I don't know. Maybe there is something that's going on, and somehow it seems like I have such a resistance to that, resistance to what went on today. And I guess I'm bringing it up right now that I'd like to somehow feel that all this was meant to be and come up, and not resist it, as I am. I'm kind of resisting the idea that I need a memory test.
Yeah, you,
Maybe I do.
well, yeah, you said, I don't know, like a moment ago.
Yeah.
So what do you know?
I don't know any goddamn thing. Oh,
Yeah.
maybe I do, maybe I don't, maybe she does, maybe she doesn't.
Beautiful.
Yeah. And at the same time, Alice, it sounds pretty normal, right? Having doubts about memory. I mean,
Yes,
even if there's no separated Alice or me or you, having doubts about my condition is this too.
yes.
It's natural. There's no way out. It's just what's happening. Being insecure, not knowing if there's maybe something going on, and maybe even defending, being anxious is just simply this. Bringing it up in a meeting, asking, trying to get it clear, so to say. Maybe even wondering what you guys think. How can I deal with this? All that is this already.
Well, that even ended up putting my job in question. Am I still able to do my job? Is you know, I'm the oldest employee there. I'm almost 80 years old, and I've been able to do my job fine, I think, for 33 years. And but then again, maybe there's a question. Maybe I am failing,
Yeah.
uh, and if I don't have a job, so what? I mean, it's gotten crazy, really. Even for me to think this way tonight is like, a job? Are you kidding? I've been there forever. I know how to do stuff, but my memory.
Yeah, so Alice, I'll come back to the question I asked you a few minutes ago. What do you know?
You know, I know nothing, but I keep coming back to the question Byron Katie asks, how do I know that what's happening is not in the best interest of everyone?
Well, you don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what this will all turn out to be.
Yeah.
And
I
even
don't.
that you don't know. You don't know that you don't know.
It leaves me feeling very vulnerable.
That's it. Yes.
Yeah. Beautiful. But
Yeah.
being feeling just so vulnerable and being so scared is this too.
Yes. I'm so glad to be here tonight. Thank you for that, you guys.
It's nice to have you, Alice.
Thank you.
You know, I'm being scared. There's just simply no way out. Being scared. There's no you to avoid being scared. Being scared, being insecure, wondering, not knowing what to do, having doubts. It's just simply this. It's hard to undo what you already are not doing.
Isn't that the truth?
But trying may happen. Trying to get rid of this insecurity is as innocently as the insecurity itself.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And maybe, you know, these words will help. Although this doesn't offer any help, but it may be felt helpful, you know? So what was Michael talking about? There's no way to apply this, but at the same time, it may feel helpful.
Well, it definitely feels helpful what all you've said, because I think it's moving toward the truth. And as soon as the truth comes up, I feel a release inside my body that I'm not doing any of this, and it's just appearing, and it's appearing to no one. And those kind of phrases come back to mind, and they matter to me or make a difference to me. It feels so good to let go.
Yeah. Yeah, feeling contracted, so to say, and then suddenly feeling a release and feeling much lighter just comes and goes like the wind.
You know, sure, letting go. I don't know. It sure seems like it's more than just what you just said, Michael. It's like the wind. It comes, it goes. Um, in the end, it does. If you look at what happened, it came or it went or it did what it did. But I always get back to this. If I'm feeling anxious as a thing, or if anxiousness is here, we can say it's here, and at some point probably it won't be here. We can say it's not here, like the wind. But it seems that I, whatever that is, can intervene, or maybe I hear it that, well, yeah, that I could intervene and go, well, anxiety, and from past experience, if I do this, I'll get more anxiety. If I do this, I'll get less anxiety based on experience. And that seems to comes out that way. If I do what I'm supposed to do, less anxiety. If I don't do, more anxiety. And that, so I can get, that's all this. That's all this. Okay. But what, see, you're all smiling now.
But
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 oh, I go, okay, I get that, what you just did there. Okay, but still, I'm taking ownership, thinking that there is some separate thing that said, do this, unless it was just, are you just saying this said, do this, and I did that, and so, and I got less anxious?
I'm saying nobody brought the feeling of anxiousness, and nobody took it away. Like the wind. What brings the wind? What takes the wind away?
there's no one claiming ownership already. So this claiming ownership, as you called it, it's just what's happening. Claiming ownership, it's me who's doing this, or the absence of claiming ownership. Is equally empty, so to say. There's no one claiming ownership already, or not claiming ownership.
In other words, claiming ownership is the same as not claiming ownership.
But I really love how you put it, Dan. It makes the face smile. When you say, well, I know it's all this, it's just this, but yeah, the but is it too. And there's no one knowing it's just this. I mean, who knows that it's just this? You know, saying it's just this is saying it's just this. It's not, you know, it may sound like a conclusion or a belief or like a landing point, you know, but I mean, saying just this is just two words, just this. There's not a thing called justice. Or no thing called justice. In a way, it's just pointing to what's happening, or what's believed to happen, or what is seen to happen, or what is thought to happen, or not. It's not an absolute truth or something, you know? I mean, it's not. Although it may be heard like that. That someone has seen that it's just this, or someone knows it's just this. That's equally just this. mean, there's no landing.
Hmm. Hmm. So whether there's words spoken or not, it's just always this. It's right here. Never anywhere else. And this doesn't have a problem with anything. So whatever's arising, so to speak, that's it. Great pain, great fear, great confusion. It's just this already, as full on not knowing what to do, or a fear that it's all going to come crashing down on my head and, I'm going to die. That's this too. You could say the freedom is that there's nothing that's not it. But it's not a freedom for someone.
So it's not a freedom for someone because there isn't a someone. Yeah?
Yeah. A someone is an independent entity, so to say. Something that is independent of everything else or separate. And it can feel like that. And that's this too. But it's still just this. Whatever. However. That's the free fall. Maybe you've heard of that. Some speakers talk about a free fall without a landing. Know where to land, know when to land already.
Yeah, that's sort of the terror as well as the freedom.
Can you say a little more?
Well, just for the May person, can be terrifying that there's nowhere to land. I have a friend who's in a lot of trouble with her health and she's desperately looking for somewhere to land. And there isn't anywhere and she's freaking out. But that can be a blessing as well. Well, in my experience, that's be a blessing there's nowhere to land, because inevitably when I feel I've landed, there's a problem. A problem of some sort. A mind-generated problem.
Mine kind of most of the time feels it's landed. And then when it gets uprooted, then I don't have my nice little secure, imaginary secure life. So that's why I'm talking tonight. It seemed that it's been torn apart. And while I can see that and that I have no place to land, it feels good. But you know what my mind is doing? It goes back and forth. But if they wouldn't have, and we'll just go back here, and it just kind of goes back and forth like that right now. And that's all part of this too, that it does kind of not want to land, that it wants to land, and that's what's going on, and I can't control it.
Exactly. Yeah, beautifully stated. It can be, it's just like that, like a whirlwind dust devil, you know, where the stuff's just flying everywhere randomly with no seeming order to the chaos.
Right.
Yeah, no one will get out of bed if you don't know if there's a floor. I mean, and in a way, this is just another landing. Or no me. Who knows that there is no me? Or that there is a me? Who would be able to know such a thing? That there is no me? Or that there is a me? Thinking or feeling or believing that there is a me or no me is not a proof.
That's pretty deep.
And in the end, it doesn't matter so much when there's anxiety because of work situation. It doesn't matter if there's a me or no me, if it's real or not real, if there's a ground or no ground, if there's a landing or no landing. It's just full on anxiety because of the loss of memory.
That stung just a little bit.
Sorry, Alice?
I said that stung just a little bit because of loss of memory.
Well, I mean, who knows that there is a memory loss? It's hard to say.
Right.
Compared to when or to what?
No, that it kind of spins the story around compared to what went on today, that that statement was made. And, we started over, who knows, what do I know? I know nothing, and all that. I don't know if I'm losing my memory. Maybe I am. I don't know. That feels best.
Yeah.
I don't know if my memory's getting better or not. Maybe it's getting better. I don't know.
Yeah, like I said, it's natural to have doubts or to not know for sure what's going on.
Mhm.
I mean, no one knows for sure to begin with what is going on or not already. I mean, what is memory?
Yeah, there can be a sense that it's my memory. I'm losing my memory.
Yes. The so-called ownership, my memory. It's mine. I'm losing it. I'm losing a part of me. And I don't like it. It's precious. What if I don't know anymore my first kiss or who I am? It's scary. What if I don't know anything anymore? Who my husband is, if I have a job, if I have a life. Maybe dementia will come and I don't know anything anymore. All that is just innocently arising or not at one point, or maybe not. There's just no way out. And then some will say, well, Alice, you just have to accept it. But it's hard because there's already no one in a state of non-acceptance able to come to a state of acceptance. You know, this so-called accepting may just simply happen or not. There may be an acceptance tomorrow morning that maybe there's a decline in memory, and then 5 minutes later there's no acceptance. It's hard to do or not do something which you are already not doing, or the opposite. So this so-called acceptance and giving instructions to do so are just equally innocent as the loss of memory, so to say, or the idea that something is lost, or the comparing.
And just what's happening, the worrying about your work situation comes effortlessly. It just arises. There it is. Boom. God, I'm very stressed about work. I don't know what's going to happen. Yeah. That's it. And there's no escape. That's what's going on, right?
I'll just share something that occurred to me when I was listening to another speaker, and I had thought that for people, well, like you, Michael, or Sander, or Nkosi, you might get bored with repeating the same thing over and over. And I don't know whether you do or not, but the thing is that these words, wherever they come from, are fresh every time. They might be the same words each week, but they're fresh. And that was a bit of an aha moment for me to realise why I love it so much. Because it's the same. It's the same, but it's not the same. It's fresh. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, beautiful, Faith. Yeah, I tell that to Sander all the time. I never get tired of his videos. And he does make a lot of videos sometimes. And they never get old. They're always, you can start them in the middle, you can start them near the end. There's just,
And you can repeat it. You
Yeah.
can play things over and over, still fresh. Yeah.
Yeah, even the boredom is fresh. Right?
I guess so.
no, boredom is simply boredom.
Yeah.
Boredom is this too. God, I am so bored.
The boredom comes and goes like the wind or the rain, you know.
Exactly.
I can be bored crazy at one moment, and then like an hour later I'm really enjoying things, and I think, what happened to that boredom? It's sort of
Beautiful. Where is it? Where's the boredom? Yeah.
I mean, you could say, you know, where's the boredom, but you could ask, where's any story?
yeah, that's why I like when Zonda says about the rain and the wind.
Yeah. As the kids say, I've appropriated it from him because I love just because the wind is so, you know, you just get no sense of logic to the wind. It does as it pleases.
You know, when we sometimes I have to say that I listen, but the words aren't fresh to me all the time like they are to Faith. I wish they would be, but they're not because my mind is running another story somewhere or it's wanting this or that. So I would like to think that all of that is this, and nothing is even better than listening to a word and have it be really fresh. That it's all part of this. And sometimes I will make up, well, if Faith can do that, that's a lot better than what I'm doing.
Yeah, good point, Alice.
And my question would be if these words are fresh to Faith, and let's say they're not to me, like what was just said, my mind will go, well, what is Faith doing? Is Faith doing something over there that allows her to have this wonderful experience of freshness? And you could say over here, having the experience of some level of torment. So that's what I would ask. And because I think there is something in there somewhere. She's hearing it fresh. I'm not hearing it fresh. Okay, that's this. I can get that. But I'm saying there's something there, or there may be something there. I'm proposing that Faith is doing, knowingly or unknowingly, that allows her to have it as fresh. Or is it just, are you saying it's just random? Like Faith wins right now because she gets it fresh and and I'm losing right now.
And then maybe
So
5 minutes
question.
later, 5 minutes later, it doesn't get as fresh. I mean, it just goes around like a roller coaster.
Yeah, it's so funny because, you know, what is fresh better than not fresh? I mean, fresh or not fresh? I mean, what's so?
Well, I mean, yeah, I'll take the fresh. I mean, I philosophically, I guess I understand what you're saying, but I'd rather have it fresh than bored. We'll use those as the two things, fresh and boredom. I rather have it fresh. And I'm saying that I have something to say about, I have an influence whether the experience here would be fresh or bored. That I've got some, it's not just, it's more than just happening, or there's something else happening also. And I'm looking for that.
Right.
I'm not following that too well, Don, but what my comment would be, the fact that you turn up at every meeting means that there's something in it that's fresh, or you wouldn't bloody be here.
Get 'em, Faith.
That, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
It's
There's always a
beautiful
moment of
conclusion.
freshness in the meeting. There's always at least a moment, even if the other is torment. There's something, yeah, I'm with you. I'm here with you. I love it. Thank you.
Well, it's really been great to have this discussion to see this is not right, that's not right, this and that and everything. And it was almost just a pot of soup that we were talking about here, and they all belong, all the ingredients belong. And there's a feeling of relief about that. It's not like pulling something in or pushing something out and going this battle all the time. It's like it's all here.
Yeah, whatever it is, it's this already. So the feeling of boredom, is it, as much as the liking, is it?
As is calling this fresh or not. Calling this fresh is already just this.
Yeah, the stale, is it as much as the fresh? Tom.
It just that it puzzled me, I suppose, that like my background is a teacher, and it, I'm sorry, I'm sort of comparing the freshness of this with what I feel is the not freshness when it's a teaching thing. Teaching, you can go over and over the same information, and it can, and my experience is that's boring, but that it puzzled me why this is so attractive, perhaps. And And it was just a bit of a light bulb moment that I thought, it's because it is always fresh, even though it might be repeating the same words. But if you were a teacher in a class and you repeated the same words over and over, it's a whole different story. Well, it is here anyway. It's like chalk and cheese. And that's all part of this too. I realised that, but it was good for me to get the understanding that I did. Oh, hello, Nkosi, you're woken up.
Hey, Nkosi, welcome.
Hey, Nkosi,
Hey,
good to see
Nkosi.
you again.
Hello, everyone.
No one sleeping, no one waking.
Yeah, no one here already. Yeah, just talking happening, smiling happening, laughter happening, fresh happening, stale happening. Good smell, bad smell. Every opinion, every sensation. White clouds, black clouds, cold, hot, bottom, top, everything is this. There's really nowhere to get to, you know. Even when there's a thinking that there's somewhere to get to, that's this too. So, yeah, you know, is this already? And there isn't anyone here who's even listening. There isn't anyone here who's talking. Nobody has ever said anything here, has ever done anything. There's nobody doing anything. It's just this. It's just this, waiting, appearing to wait. Analyzing what is being spoken. Expectation. Waiting for the next exciting experience happening. Waiting for fireworks. It's just this already. There's no separation. There's already no Michael here. There's already no Sander here, no Alice, no Nkosi. There's just this. No matter what shape or form it may appear to be, it's just already this. Even not this is this already. There must be something other than this. It's just this already. Wait a minute, but now I'm not understanding this. I'm getting confused. It's just this already. There's no one who's getting confused. There's no one who's not understanding anything. It's just this as passing. So this already is not personal. It's already impersonal. Even saying it's personal, it's already this. There's no one saying it. There's no one doing anything. This isn't being done by anybody. It's just what appears to happen. And it's not going anywhere. Even when it seems it's going somewhere. There's already no journey. There are no steps. There's nowhere to get to. There's nobody to get to anyway. There's nothing to find. this simply just this.
So when we, I just want to get a little more clarification. So I really appreciate this meeting. We've said a lot of these things, but I noticed when Faith said that she sees with clarity, or whatever it was she said, clarity, right away I jumped into hearing something spiritual, that it's supposed to look like this. You're supposed to see things with clear eyes. And right away I go into how it's supposed to look. And that spirituality that I've learned for so many years is so much at the edge, like this is better than this. This is better than this. A memory is better than no memory. And I guess we're talking a lot about it during this meeting. And the gist I'm getting from it, nothing is actually better than anything else. And for me to think that it is, I'm already moving away from this. Is
No.
that true? No?
No.
Tell me, Sander.
I'm moving away from where?
Okay.
I mean, no. You know, thinking that you are moving away from this is equally just this, so to say. No. These
Yes.
assumptions or conclusions which seem to be made is just this already.
Yes.
Thinking I'm moving away from this because of that, or because I feel this or think that or conclude this, is this already? So no. But then again, that's just simply what seems to be happening, Alice. You know, and expressing that, is this already? Expressing, well, I think I move away from this because of that, is this?
Ooh.
Thanks. You know, saying there's just this is just saying there's just this. It may sound like a landing. Okay, so let me also see that there's just this. Well, no one knows there's just this. It doesn't mean anything, just this. Saying there's just this or there's a lot more is already just simply this. There's no one knowing there's just this. There's no one seeing there's just this. Saying there's just this is just saying there's just this. And there's maybe a
I want you to take that document off so badly, but it helps so much to look at.
This is mine too.
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't know those down.
Jenny.
My meeting's almost over.
What is this?
I didn't catch it.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah. You know, and there's a liking for this message, suggesting. I mean, maybe some will call it a philosophy or a belief or whatever. It's just words, just this, 2 words. Getting hyped up about it or not, or thinking it's the ultimate truth, is this already? There's no difference between liking just this or going to a teacher and liking that. It's already just simply what's happening.
Yeah, as is the innocently wishing, it would be as clear as Faith hears it. Wishing that happened here, is this already? Just innocently wanting to be clear.
Faith, here's one for you. Stale freshness.
It's an oxymoron.
Stale freshness.
I like it, Leighton.
Yeah. Any last comments or questions before we close out this evening?
I just want to say I hope to see you, Sander, on Tuesday night. I hope I can get all these times squared away. And I look forward to exposing myself to more of these truths that you express, everyone expresses. So maybe I'll shoot Michael an email to get clear on that. Okay.
Beautiful.
And are you on Nkosi? Do you think you're on Sunday night?
Yeah, I'll be available. Yeah, this Sunday, this coming Sunday. Yeah.
Thank you.
So the last thing is just, I'm just getting here, you can't lose. I always hear it in the way that there's no way out, which is one way of looking at it. I'm looking at it this way, you can't lose. You cannot lose.
You cannot win either.
It's already won.
Yeah.
The game is already won.
Well, you cannot win, you cannot lose. You cannot get it right, you cannot get it wrong. There's not something which you can get right or wrong. You cannot win, you cannot lose. So the game is done.
Yeah, just what's arising is not right or wrong. It's just what's arising. And if what's arising, something feels wrong, then that's just what's arising. It doesn't mean anything about anything. Often the sense of something being not right seems to indicate something else is therefore not right. But no, it's just the innocent feeling of not feeling right. That's it. That's the whole enchilada. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so very much. Sander, brother, thank you. Nkosi, everybody.
Have a
great
beautiful
evening.
day.
Bye,
evening,
everybody.
And Nkosi. Keep smiling.
Sander.